Skinny Hardaway Southern T back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If this your first time, do your boy a solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. We talk this good boxing, MMA, sports, parlays, predictions every single day and not just today. Today, man, I'm gonna drop three videos for y'all, man. We got three big boxing fights this weekend. Even if you're a casual, right, you should be ecstatic this weekend. Y'all been talking about these fights for months at a time now, and fight week is finally here. You know what I mean? We got Paro versus Lewis Crocker coming up first on this EP. Then we got Jerome Boots Ennis versus Xander Zayas as well later on today. We also got the rematch. We also got the rematch. Uh, Rayo Valenzuela versus Santos as well. Edwin De Los Santos as well this week, right? So three big fights this week, main event fights, right? Jahad Tucker is also in action this week. We're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna do it a little different this week. This week, I'm gonna keep it straight boxing. I'm gonna do single videos all week, man, and we gonna see how that thing work. I'm gonna drop most of them today, right? So there's that. But anyway, man, I digress, right? We got Liam Paro versus Lewis Crocker. And I'm gonna be real with y'all, right? When I first heard this fight made, I had my picks. Skills. What's good, skills? When I first heard this fight made, right, I most definitely, had my picks and had my pick in mind who I was thinking, right? Because I was thinking Liam Paro. Right after the jump, I said Liam Paro should probably win that fight, right? And maybe he does, right? Who knows? But the more that I watched, the more I did film. While I do think naturally Liam Paro should win, Lewis Crocker just beat Patty Donovan, right? Who I rank pretty high, right? I'm pretty high on Patty Donovan, and Lewis Crocker just beat him. Now, some people feel like maybe, maybe he lost the decision to, Patty Donovan. He most indeed lost the first fight. Patty Donovan got disqualified. Then he came back and he beat Patty in what was a split decision, right? But the fact that he was able to drop Patty, I think Patty is, at least a more powerful version, right, of Liam Paro, right. So I think, man, he can go in there, he can compete with Patty, you know, giving it a little more thought, man, he should be able to compete with Liam Paro in here. Liam Paro offense kind of is his defense, right? He's a very active fighter, so I'm expecting him to have the activity edge. I'm expecting him to have the activity edge versus Liam Pyro. I mean, versus uh Lewis Crocker, right? I'm expecting Liam Pyro to have the activity edge versus Lewis Crocker, right? So I think that'll play in his advantage. But the thing about Lewis is when Lewis is focused, right? When Lewis was focused in his last fight, at least, right? When he was locked in, he boxed real well against Patty, right? He countered Patty. He made Patty pay for his mistakes, and Patty didn't make a whole lot of mistakes, but Lewis Crocker was able to make him pay for the mistakes that he did make, and he was able to eke through, able to squeeze through, able to get by. Right, you know what I mean, with that win over Patty Donovan. But I must say, man, although I feel like maybe he lost it or not, but him actually being able to get that win, that's impressive. That's a good win. That's impressive, right? That's a good win, right? So this fight is a little closer, right? Initially, this fight is a little closer initially than I thought. I will say, I will say that Lewis Crocker is a brawler, but he showed pretty good timing in his last fight. Liam Paro is Liam Paro is like a he's act like his activity is his biggest weapon. What's good to kill? His offense is his defense, right? His activity is his biggest weapon. But being so active, he does leave himself open for counters, as we saw in Crocker's last fight. He's pretty good. You know what I mean? In between those counters, at least he was able to time up Patty Donovan, who I think is a more dangerous puncher than Liam Paro, right? He was able to time him up pretty good. Shout out to my girl Takia, man. Appreciate you sliding through. Appreciate you. Shout out to my guy Skills, right? So I'm expecting this to be a battle of Liam Paro's activity versus Lewis Crocker's counterpunching. and what do I think, right, is going to get this victory. Now, if you go check the scorecards against Patty Donovan, he won that fight strictly because he knocked Patty Donovan down. I think one scorecard is 15-11, and the other ones it was like 14-16 or something like that, right? So he didn't win by a whole lot on these cards, but the knockdowns in that fight was the difference: 14-12, 11-15, 14-13, right? So if he don't knock Patty Donovan down, he loses that fight, right? So if Liam Paro, I believe if Liam Paro could stay upright on his feet, Liam Paro should be able to out activity Lewis Crocker, right, to a decision win. But if Liam Paro gets a little too over aggressive, a little too overzealous, Lewis Crocker most definitely could catch him and put him down with some shots and make this fight more interesting again. Because for as active as Paro is on offense, his defense leaves something to be desired. Lewis Crocker doesn't have the greatest defense, himself, but he does have that equalizer in power. As you shake his record, it's not going to say Lewis Crocker is a menacing puncher, right? But he has sneaky power. He has sneaky ability. Again, I just told you he got Paddy Donovan, right, in his last fight. But I am going to go with Liam Paro to win this fight, right? Liam Paro on the money line is minus 155, right? So I am going to go with Liam Paro to win this fight. I would have said high confidence if you asked me this about a week ago. But I was doing my film study, doing my research yesterday, and I'm gonna go medium confidence, Liam Paro. I do think this fight goes the distance. Either these guys are just massive knockout punchers. I think Crocker has like 20 fights and 11 knockouts, and then Liam Paro is like somewhere about the same. Liam Paro is somewhere, about the same. So right, not massive punchers, but does have a Lewis Crocker does have he did have the power came to the show against Patty Donovan. Right now, Patty Donovan is a little reckless as far as his defense. He's even more aggressive than Liam Pyro on offense. He is a little reckless, you know what I mean, with his defense. Was Patty Donovan, right? And Liam Pyro has a bit of the same in him, right, with less power, which is why it gives me a little cause to pause, right? But I'm going to take Liam Pyro to out activity Lewis Crocker, right? Because I underestimated Lewis Crocker boxing ability a little bit in that last fight with Patty Donovan, and he came out and he boxed his ass off, right? So I'm going to pick him to lose again. I think Liam Paro wins this fight. Liam Paro decision. I think it'll be a close fight though. I think it'll be like a split decision, majority decision, like either way. It's going to be that kind of fight, ugly kind of fight, and I think Pyro will be able to win it with activity. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Skin Hardaway, Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. It's the present. That's how we rock it. And I'm out. Love.